What's up, all you Darksiders out there? This is your boy Brent, and we're making these videos because I'm going to be re-entering into truck driving, and I want to take you all along with me on that ride. We're going to learn a whole bunch of new stuff together. A lot has changed since the last time I drove a truck. One point in time, I actually was an owner-operator while I was driving a truck, but then this thing called life happened, and for a while, I had my wife, the kids on the truck with me when I was the owner-operator, and the kids started getting bigger, so we made a decision to get off the road and raise our kids where mom and dad were there for them. It was a personal choice. For all you truck driving dads out there that don't get to see your kids so much, I feel for you. But this was a choice that me and my wife made together. And now that my kids are pretty much grown up and driving vehicles, so you know they're at least 16 years or older now, it's time for me to make a change. And when I decided to make that change, I wanted to go back on the road as a truck driver again because I loved it. I love driving a truck. I know there's some new rules out there that we got to get used to. So this is going to be our journey, you and me together. To give you an update of what's going on so far, I called the DMV here in Kentucky and was getting everything straightened out, and I was told all I had to do was take my written test, and I could have my commercial driver's license back again. Wouldn't have to take the road test or go back to school or anything like that. So I made plans to go to a company and told them that I was getting my CDL on my own, and they said that's fine. I'll have to be with a trainer for roughly about 2 months, and then I'll get my own truck. So I studied, went down to the DMV, got my packet of information, had to get a physical before I could take the written test, so I did that, spent the $90 for that. Go down there, pay my $24, start taking my test. Passed everything that I was signing up for, and get up to the window to get my picture taken for my driver's license. I was all prettified and clean shaven and all that kind of stuff, and lo and behold, because it's been more than 5 years since I've drove a commercial vehicle, yep, that's right, got to take the written test. Don't have a commercial vehicle anymore, don't have a truck anymore, so I hit a conundrum. Called up the recruiter at the company I'm going with, and she says, oh, we can get you back in school and get this taken care of for you. Not a problem at all. So that was a slight wrinkle. So now instead of getting our truck in 2 months, it's going to be 3 months, which is all right. Probably worked out for the best. It's been a long time since I drove a truck, so I guess I could do with some more schooling. Who can't do with more learning, right? So this is going to be a trip, you and me. Hope you stay along for the journey and the ride. Hope I make it entertaining enough for you. I always welcome your comments. But what's going on here is we just got our orientation packet for the company we're going with. I've got to leave. That's Wednesday today. I leave this following Monday for Springfield, Missouri. Now, from southeastern Kentucky, which is where we're at, to Springfield, Missouri, on a Greyhound, it's going to take me 20 hours and 20 minutes. I leave at 3:10 in the morning. I get there at gonna be around 10:30 in the evening. Get checked into the hotel. Start my day at 7 o'clock in the morning. And from what I understand from my boy B, who just took off and got down there into Springfield, I got a 20-page packet of information I got to fill out waiting for me when I get to the hotel room. Not to mention a physical, drug screening test, and all that stuff, which, like I said, I already had my physical, but doesn't matter. The company wants a new physical, that's all right. We'll pass it, no problem. Got a criminal check to go through, fingerprinting, and for all you drivers out there, I know you all had to go through this. But some of you new guys either getting ready to take off to truck driving school, or getting onto a company after graduating truck driving school, or even just thinking about joining the commercial truck driving world, these videos are going to be for you guys, along with entertaining for some of the older, more seasoned veteran drivers out there. Probably get a kick out of this and do a couple of flashbacks, and that's all good and fine. That's exactly why I'm doing these. So we're going to bring this footage to you most likely uncut and raw, because that's just the way we roll. And with as many videos as we're hoping to be able to put out there, not going to have a whole lot of time for editing anyway. But we're going to bring you the truths, the ins, the outs, the bright side, and yes, of course, the dark side of the commercial truck driving world, so you can make an educated decision whether this is a world that you want to be a part of or not. This is a lifestyle. This is not a job. Yes, you do get paid for it, but if you're looking for just a job, this is definitely not a world that you want to come into. You've got to love what you do in order to become successful. Key being successful in the commercial truck driving world. There's going to be a lot of things you don't like about it, but hopefully the good outweigh the bad. I know when I was driving, the good did outweigh the bad. But the reason why I got out of it again was because, of personal issues and lifestyle changes that me and my wife had made a decision to do. Now that that's all said and done, I'm going to go back to what I love to do. Hopefully too much has not changed, and we'll still be able to make a decent amount of money doing what we want to do. For those of you who don't know what trucking company is based out of Springfield, Missouri, it is Prime. And yes, I know there's a lot of haters out there, Prime, but through all the research that I did of all the companies that I was interested in, I'm not saying all the companies, just the ones that I was interested in, Prime seemed to lie the best. And what I mean by that is, if every recruiter out there is going to lie to you, every dispatcher out there is not going to tell you all the truths. But the way I figure it is if I'm going to have to hear a lie, might as well be a good lie. And I'm just joking about that, of course. They seem to fit what I wanted to do and fit my goals a little bit more than anybody else out there. I've heard good things and bad things of all companies, and again, you have to take that with a grain of salt. Do your research when you research these companies. Ask drivers. Best place to get information is YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of rants on YouTube. I'm sure there's going to be plenty from me. But again, this is a lifestyle, just like your job now. There's good points, there's bad points. You do make money. The biggest key here is you're driving, you're traveling. You get to see the world at 60, 70 miles an hour. If you're lucky, when you do your resets, or you have to take some time off, you can do it in a nice place. You don't always have to do it at the house. But with what me and my wife had discussed, we liked a lot of the things that Prime had to offer, such as their rider program and other areas. We'll get into some of those a little bit later. Like I said, this is just the first video of many. We'll get to know each other a little bit better. Like I said, I do welcome all your comments down below, good, bad, or otherwise. And like I said, these will come to you uncut and raw. So that's all I got to say. You all take care, and welcome to the dark side.